Hey guys, welcome to this video, and I'm going to tell you why I have decided to stick and use 11 gauge strings. And why would I want to use 11 gauge strings? And so I'll tell you why, and I hope you can maybe learn from this. So I started off with 9 gauge Ernie Balls, and I played those for about maybe a little over a year, maybe a year and a half. And for me, I'm heavy-handed, so for me they were just a little too easy to bend sharp. That was one thing. Second of all, I play a blues crunchy sound. It sounded kind of, I just didn't like the tone. Another thing is that they didn't seem to last as long as my 11s. And I've actually talked to a luthier, and I said, why do it seem like the 11s last longer than 9s? He said, well, they're beefier. They've got more material in them. So that's something a luthier told me. That's something, not an internet rumor or whatever. That's something I've noticed, and the luthier backed me up with, that's what he felt. But I went to 10s, and then I went to 10s after 9s. I went to 10s, Ernie Balls, and they resisted my bends a little more. It was easier to bend and pitch, and I didn't bend my bends sharp. I liked the tone a little better, and I said, well, maybe I can step this up a little. So I went to 10 and a halves. I like that. I couldn't tell the feel with between 10 and a half and 10, so it wasn't really the feeling wasn't, but I noticed it had a little more beef to it. And so I then, after probably experimenting for about 3 years, I finally went to 11s. And this guitar has 11s, Ernie Ball 11s. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna stick with 11s. I'm really happy with 11s. There's this sustain on vibrato. To me, to my ears, is noticeably better. It's got a thicker sounding. To me, it's a whole lot easier to bend and pitch. It's harder to bend sharp now, and I just like 11s. They seem to last longer than 9s and 10s. I just like them, and so I do have calluses on my hands, and so this is not something I just started out with. It took me about 3 years to build up to this. So if you're using 9s and you go to 11s, you're not gonna like it. But 11s guys they're not hard to bend. I know people talk about they're just so hard to bend. They're not hard to bend once you get used to them, and you build your way up. And so I don't tune half a step down. These are 11s standard tuning, and I have no problem with bending a half a step or a step and a half. And so that is my reason why I use 11s. Maybe you can try 11s out. And I know there's a lot of times 11s, and they're taboo, whatever. I like 11s, and I hope you do try them out. And this is why I wanted to share this story with you, and I hope you maybe learn something from it. Thank you.